Hello, crafty friends. I am so sorry. I'm so behind. Actually, this is my third time recording this. I would have been on time, but for some odd reason, my video um, thing that I'm using, which is Microsoft Movie Maker, and then I've also tried using Chip Clamp, whatever, Clip Champ. Anyway, it's neither one of them. Recorded it correctly. I don't know how to describe it. It didn't record it. What it did is I took the video recording that I did for my Logitech, and when I play it on my video player, it plays okay. But then when I put it into the editor, it really scrambles up the voice. It's so weird. It moves things where it shouldn't be. I have no idea how that is. But anyway, let's get on with the YouTube hop. So this is the Paper Sister December YouTube hop, and it was supposed to be Saturday, December 13th at 1 p.m. and our challenge was hot chocolate and gingerbread. Now, I've been working on this for several weeks to create my things, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. And so we could, it was kind of like anything go paper craft challenge or crafty challenge, right? So the project ideas could be cards, mini albums, folios, December daily, home decor, 3D items, and more. And so I did home decor. And we were supposed to do was incorporate hot chocolate or gingerbread or both. So the giveaway rules, I am doing a giveaway on mine, and each Paper Sister manages their own giveaway. But the entry rules are consistent across the hop. So since I'm doing a giveaway, I need you to be a visible subscriber. That means you must be subscribed to my channel, and your subscription must be set to public so that I can verify that. Also, if you could like and give a thumbs up on the video, that would be great. Also, if you follow the hop and comment, you must watch and leave relevant comments on all videos in the hop playlist and have your name entered for the chance to win the grand prize. Your age requirement must be that you must be 18 years or older to be eligible to win a prize. Now, I usually do a crafty giveaway from Amazon. If you are out of the country, I will send you PayPal money, okay? So let's see. I'm going to give people 2 weeks to go ahead and do it. It said that we could do a week. I'm giving 2 weeks instead because I'm already behind as it is. So anyway, Leslie Pico is with Mermaid Cove Studio is our host. Then there is me. There's also Deborah Adams with Curating Memories. There's Tiffany McGill with Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss McGill. Denise Abate Smith with Treasures of a Crafty Mind. And Kim Hurd with Trace Jolie Kit Club. So I'll have all those links down below so that you can find them in the description box. Okay, so what did I create? So I created quite a few things. So the first thing I created was a fun little gingerbread guy. Now, I thought this would be great for tier trays, but I am using these for ornaments, and I made these for my family and my neighbors. So I thought they were super cute. I will do a tutorial on how you all can make these, although there are quite a few people that do fake bakes, quote unquote. Tiffany McGill is one of them, and also Deborah Adams has also done fake bakes. So I just thought this was super fun. I used foam dice to create this, and these are 1.97 inches by 1.97 inches. I did purchase them on Amazon, and I'll have the links down below, as well as I got a set of 100 of these because I knew I was going to be making many of them, and also I can use them for fake bakes next year. So that's why I went ahead and bought it, and that would be this little item right here. So I did put them in this little case. They just came in a box, but it wasn't a clear box, and I like to see what I purchased, okay? I hope that makes sense. Ooh, sorry, that came out really bright. Let me see if I can fix that, tone that down a little bit. Woo, okay. So also, I created this really fun little s'more because I thought, okay, what do you have with hot chocolate? Is marshmallows, and I used this, again, the foam dice clay. For the faces, I did use not Tim Holtz, Simon Says Stamps Rosy Cheeks. Okay, and I used a little round makeup brush to create that little circle there. I did use black permanent vinyl, and I also used white permanent vinyl for this space, okay, and for the little icing right here, okay. But you don't have to do that. You could use like right here, what I did to make this little drip right here is the Tulip Slick Paint, and this was just brown, okay. Let's see, for the cracker, okay, I actually did the impression on both sides. I used a little mold that I got from Amazon. They usually use this for cookies or resin, but I'm using it for air foam clay, okay? So I will say this, that I did purchase this because I thought this would be fun to make the drips. Do not buy this mold. It does not work. You cannot get this stuff out in one piece. So it's kind of pointless, right? It's too thin. This would work for resin though. Anyway, here are some of the paint colors that I used throughout most of my projects. But for the gingerbread face, now I left this white. All I did was use clear Mod Podge, right? And I used the matte, okay, to do that. But other than that, this is what I used on my dice right here, was the Waverly Chalk Paint Hazelnut, okay? And I thought this was a perfect ginger color. You can add white chalk paint to this as well if you want to make a lighter ginger, but I thought this one was perfect. I also used clear gel tacky glue. Now originally in the beginning I used, and you can't see it on this one, I used a regular Aleene's tacky glue from the Dollar Tree, and let me show you if I can. Can we see it here on here? No, I don't know. Anyway, I had one where it doesn't dry exactly completely clear. It kind of had like a clearesque, I'm going to say. It was almost like a milky look. Okay, so don't use this one. Also, for some of the paints that I used for my other craft, which I do not have to show you in person, but what I'm going to do is add in a video and photos. I created some chipboard gingerbread people that I doused with, like layered with the Mod Podge, wait, did I use a glass one? I might have used a glass one. But anyway, I probably used matte. I'm just going to say I used matte, okay, because I wanted to make sure that it would be protected from the rainy elements of Florida, right? So I did that first. Then I went ahead and added on these two colors. So I have my little darker gingerbreads. I use Nutmeg Brown by Apple Barrel. And then I use my lighter little gingerbreads with the camel color from Americana, okay? So that was easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. And for the arms, the little icing on the arms, I used the Slick Button White, okay, for the icing. And then, let's see. I'm trying to think here. Here are going to be some other things that I want to show you that I did use throughout the process of creating these. So you're going to use some Apple Barrel Matte white, or it could just be any kind of white, with your lightweight foam, or your lightweight spackle, okay? And that's by DAP. That's who I used to buy. There are two different brands. I think there's Red Devil and DAP. Both of them are unique. I've only used the DAP, so I don't know anything about the other ones, okay? And you've already seen that. I also got some little ornament hangers that I got from Amazon. Michael's, I used some of this Recollections Extra Fine Glitter. I did buy a bunch of cookie cutters, which I'll have here on Amazon for you. One important thing, if you want to do the icing, the spackle icing, you're going to need a 1M piping tip. Now, by the way, what I made with this one, I hope you can see, this was just with a regular piping tip that came with this little set that I purchased on Amazon. I'll have that link down below. The set came with several piping tips, but they were much smaller, and it was harder to squeeze this stuff out, by the way. And what I really purchased this for was for the disposable piping bags. Although it does give you a regular cleaning piping bag if you want to do that. But with this being a, you're using spackle and chemicals and things like that, and spackle kind of has a funky smell, I would definitely keep your piping tips that you use for cakes away from this completely, okay? Just to be on the safe side. But again, this is a 1M, 1, and then M as in Michael, okay? And then there were 2 other little tips in here, and I haven't tried those yet. But anyway, so that I will be using very soon. Also, you're going to, if you want to create the like cookie look, right, you're going to want to use a little chippy brush, right? And I did use some of the chippy brush on here to kind of give it that little distressed look. So you're just like, you know, mashing it in there, okay? Just be careful not to do it too hard. Again, I added some of these little bows. And guys, I have so many different things in here, and it would take forever for me to go through all these, but I will definitely have some links down below for you. Another important thing to have would be some coconut oil if you're using molds. So mold or cookie cutters. First of all, use the plastic cookie cutters. Do not use the metal ones. They stick, and it's a pain in the butt. Plastic is much easier. So all I do is use some of my leftover virgin coconut oil, and I mean, you barely have to put any on your fingers to get it to go all the way around the cookie cutter, okay? Now, one of the other things that I made right here was this really fun little gingerbread guy. Again, this was using the white slick. I did use some flat black half, I'm going to call them half flat backs, right? Because they were round, but they cut them in half. So I thought these were super cute. So it's going to be a fun little ornament. And then I used the white slick paint to do the little, you know, dot for the eye or whatever. But anyway, I thought this turned out super cute. It's very tiny though. And then I also created this a really fun gingerbread head. Now I will have a link for the eyes down below as well. And then I did use a little bit of, you know, sprinkles from my, you know, crafting kits that I purchased before for my shaker kits, right? But anyway, so I just thought this turned out super cute. I did use a little bit of makeup on here underneath for the cheeks. I don't like that. I will probably stick to the, you know, Simon Says stamp stuff because it just shows up much better. That's all I got to say. You know, you could also probably use the Distress Oxide by Tim Holtz, you know. Either one is fine. I just didn't have a really light one that I needed, so the rosy cheeks work perfect. Let's see. I've also made some little Christmas trees. Again, I used a Christmas tree cookie cutter that was also plastic, and it came in a little kit. Like all of them came together. I'll have it in links down below. But anyway, guys, this video has already gone on long enough. It's probably about 9 minutes long. But anyway, guys, I will be doing a quick tutorial for you guys to show you how to make these little dice people. Right, and I'll be back soon with that. Okay, I hope you all have a wonderful and fabulous day. And again, guys, I apologize for being late. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you want a chance to win a Amazon gift card or a Amazon crafty item. Okay, and then again, for those who are out of country and do not have Amazon, it will be a monetary gift from PayPal. Okay. Guys, see you all soon. Bye. Well, there goes my toy soldier in all his glory. And my neighbor helped put up my garland. And here we are. We're set for the Christmas season.